Hi folks, this is Johnny. Welcome to the first install on what I'd like to call the home recording series. This is going to try to go into a little more detail about how to actually build your own home studio. And there are a lot of videos on YouTube that are very good and they do have a lot of detail. But what I'm going to go for in this series is real world home studio setup. Not $1,000 preamps and $1,200 computers. This is going to be for the guy who actually has a laptop, maybe just a dual-core laptop, and maybe just a small room in their house to where they can actually do their recording. So bear with me here. I'm going to go through a couple of things here to start before we actually get into the computer parts. Behind me here is my version of the home studio vocal booth. Not only for vocals either. What I have is these three pieces of soundproofing hung on microphone stands that are adjustable. So if you actually are recording acoustic guitar and you're sitting in a chair, these can actually be lowered so that you actually have more sound reinforcement behind you. Now, you remember this from one of my other videos. This is my microphone filter. This is to actually filter background noise from behind the microphone. And this actually works really good when it comes to this setup. And I'll show you how I actually built these panels here in a moment. Okay, so what we have here, a nice close-up view of one of the panels. And there's the microphone stand at the bottom. And you see that it's hung and pretty straight from top to bottom. All the way around. There's the second microphone stand and there's the third. Now if you look closely, what I have here, and I have it behind a light so that you can see them. Right here, I poked two holes into this piece of soundproofing, and I did it on the third rung down so that once this hangs, this lends support and the soundproofing doesn't ripple. Now let me show you the back. And this is what it looks like from the back. Here's the microphone clip, and you can see how the piece of Velcro is actually hanging in the clip. So you find your third rung down, and you actually poke your two holes, and then you slide it inside of the microphone clip. Now for further stability, so this thing doesn't waver back and forth, you go to the bottom, and you do the same thing on the bottom. Only difference is you're actually going to wrap this piece around the bottom. And this keeps it so when you actually have the side and you pull it left and right, it actually doesn't twist on the microphone stand. So it stays pretty solid all the way through. There's the top, and there's the bottom. And of course you have the adjustment on the microphone stand to bring this whole piece down to the floor if you're actually recording acoustic guitar and you're low to the floor and you want a little bit more sound reinforcement lower than the chair. Okay? So, again, the Velcro poked two holes through the soundproofing, wrapped around the bottom of the microphone stand, and at the top, same deal, only the top is actually hooked inside the microphone clip. So now I did three of these panels. 1, 2, and 3. All set up the same. And then the back shot. That's what she looks like. And it works beautifully. Is it perfect? No. But is it good for the room that has just a lot of flutter echo in it? A room that you actually don't want to customize to accommodate a studio? Or if you're like many people and record in your living room, something that you can actually move into the living room, set up your studio, do your recording, and then move it out, and then you get your living room back. So now the whole idea behind putting this here is to show you how useful this is. If you stand inside the area created by the three panels, put the microphone stand right in the opening facing the inside of our nice little portable vocal booth. Let's walk inside of it and face out. Now, what this is going to do, now I don't know if you can actually hear this, I just heard a big sound change to my ears right here, actually standing inside of this nice little makeshift vocal booth. And the microphone will hear the same thing. The sides of this are actually going to keep sound from coming in this way, and then the soundproofing behind me is going to reinforce what the microphone picks up as you do your vocals. So now I'm just going to move this in nice and tight here, and you can get a really good idea as to how this actually looks here. And then there's the microphone itself. So now, once you actually have this set up, this is what she looks like. And it works beautifully. So there you have it. Your homemade vocal booth with 3 microphone stands, a couple of strips of Velcro that are actually holding these panels onto the microphone stand, all set up on the clip and then tied to the bottom. Very adjustable, very movable. You can adjust them up and down. You can move them side to side. And again, one more pull back view. Very functional for the home recording guy. Hope this was helpful. Please leave any comments in the comments area. Feel free to ask any questions. And thanks for watching.